So what causes late periods? A late period is defined as any period that has been over 35 days from the last period. That's termed an irregular period. And this can be caused by, again, not ovulating, or it can also be caused by having a long follicular phase, that first half of the period that happens before ovulation. And a long follicular phase can be caused in women less than about 45 from stress, from illness, from undereating, and from PCOS. Now, if you're over 45-ish, it can also be caused from having thyroid illness, and also you could be transitioning into that menopause state. If you've always had periods over 35 days, then you probably have PCOS. Now, what about early periods? So an early period is defined as any cycle that is less than 21 days. And typically, those are also called irregular periods. Those can also be caused by not ovulating, having a short follicular phase, so that first half is shortened, or having a short luteal phase, so having a short second part of your cycle. Now, some of the most common reasons in perimenopause that we have these early periods is because our follicle stimulating hormone, that FSH that comes from our brain and talks to our ovaries, it increases. Because what's happening is our body's sensing, hey, it's getting to the end of her reproductive years. We want her just to pop out as many eggs as she can so she can have more babies. And so that follicle stimulating hormone increases. And so there's like a race to get toward ovulation. So that first half of that cycle can be shorter, okay? And then also when we get these irregular periods around perimenopause, high FSH levels increase our estrogen levels. Increased estrogen levels cause heavier, clotty, crampy periods. So you can kind of start to see the connection here about what happens during perimenopause. In the early part of perimenopause, and remember, perimenopause is defined as the 8 to 15-ish years before we stop having a period. And in the early part of perimenopause, it's most common to have that shortened follicular phase. All those eggs are racing to get out of the ovary and make babies. During late menopause or perimenopause, it's more common to have the longer follicular phase, so the longer first half, and it can also be mixed with not ovulating. So periods can be all over the place and be kind of confusing during that perimenopausal situation. And then the other reason that we think that we have early periods, it can be confused with we're just having some breakthrough or in-between period bleeding. So again, it's just really important to track your period and also to know when you ovulate.